Hi and welcome to GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. As you will see previously on my videos, I did a preview on the Nikon 70-200 f4. So I have one here, which I've been kindly loaned by Camera World in Chelmsford Essex, and there it is. Let's have a quick look. Overall first impressions, build quality it's obviously mostly plastic, but it's a really nice quality feel about it. It's about half the weight of an equivalent 70-200, and I've got the Sigma 70-200 here. Just to give you an idea, lengthwise they're about the same. Obviously it's much thinner, much narrower, and I reckon even with the body, this is fitted to a Nikon D50-100, even with the body that's still lighter than just my 70-200 2.8 Sigma lens. So for those wanting a really good quality 70-200 lens but don't want to carry around the weight of a 2.8, I think this is a great sort of compromise almost. Now the VR in it, if it's anything like the VR in my 18-200, it's going to be absolutely astounding. I mean, I've taken shots down to 1/10 of a second handheld with that, and no issues whatsoever with it. You know, you might only get 50% sharp at a 1/10 of a second, but that's really pushing the boundaries. Now, the filter size 67mm. Just going to fire it up. The autofocus speed, I'd put that in the very quick category. Locks on nice. Very quiet, but there is a clonking, like you can hear it hit the stops either side, which may interest people for video use, but overall, yeah, nice and quiet, very quick as I say. You've got the VR on off, you've got the normal and active modes, and you've also got the limiter, so it will reduce the range. Rather than full range, it will go infinity to 3 meters, which speeds it up even more. And you've got the auto manual and manual, so it's got the grab focus, which is obviously a nice feature on all of the Nikon sort of upper end lenses. The focusing ring and the zoom ring are both nice and smooth. I wouldn't say creamy smooth, certainly not as creamy smooth as my Sigma 2.8, but really nice feel, and they're nice, chunky, big, wide, so you can, you're not going to miss it when you go to grab your focusing ring. It's right at the front there, and that's really nice. The one downside for this lens is that you don't get a tripod collar, but having said that, now I've held it, I can see why they haven't included the tripod collar, because even on the D50-100 I would happily mount that on a tripod without a collar. Obviously it's going to be nose heavy, so you want to be on a decent tripod with a decent head on it, but it's certainly not heavy like a 2.8 lens, so I don't think there's any real issue there, because I think the tripod collar is going to be one of those things that it's going to be quite an expensive add-on to get. Now that said, the price point at the moment for this lens I think is too expensive. Now it's too close to the 70-200 VR2, which I think is around £1,500–1,600. This is around £1,000. So I think it's just a little bit too close. If they'd pitched this more aimed at the Sigma 70-200 2.8, around the sort of 800, maybe 750 mark, I think you'd have an absolute winner. So at the moment I think it's just a little bit too expensive, and the price needs to come down. But said that, it's nano coated. It's constant aperture f4, so whilst it's not going to blow out the background and you're not going to get the creamy smooth bokeh like that you do on the 70-200, you've got to weigh up the fact that you're going to probably take this out a lot more because it weighs a lot less. I mean, it's a pleasure to hold, even as I say, on a small body like the D50-100. It doesn't overwhelm it in any way, shape or form, and with that VR, the chances of you ever needing to go on a tripod, to be honest, are fairly slim anyway. Maybe use it on a monopod, but yeah. So that's my quick review on the Nikon AFS Nikon 70-200 f4 GED-N. That's an important one, the nano coating. This has been GRVO TV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. Cheers, bye.